like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
What's up, guys? It's Dylan aka DK Wrestler here, and in today's video, it's a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up. But before that happens, make sure you press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, let's check it out. So like I said, today's video is a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up, in which those that are brand new to the channel, Cop Up or Pass Up is a series in which I look at a set of Funko Pops and determine whether each pop in that set is worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get via detail, personal reaction of mine, and the overall hype from the Funko fanatics. So today's edition of Cop Up or Pass Up is on the recently announced E3 2020 exclusive pops. Now, quite a bit of people have been wondering for a bit now on whether, due to the fact that the actual E3 convention had been canceled due to the ongoing pandemic, on whether Funko was going to make 2020 exclusive pops for the convention or just simply can the idea. But this past Thursday, GameStop had announced that they will be selling some E3 exclusive pops and that you will only be able to purchase them online through their website. Now, you can either buy them individually or you can buy them in a bundle. However, at the time of this recording, there has been no mention of a potential con-only exclusive, so Funko hasn't confirmed whether these are going to be also shared with the Funko shop and that you can do a mini virtual con with the pops, or it's just going to be through GameStop, considering that all we've seen so far with these pops is that they have the GameStop sticker and not an E3 sticker. But if there so happens to be a con-only E3 pop announced by the time that you are viewing this video, then I will highlight in the comment section below on whether I think that pop or pops are worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get. So anyways, I'm going to start off with the first pop that was announced for E3, and it's from the Diablo lineup, and it's Tyrell. I think it's pronounced Tyrell. I'm not exactly sure. Hype-wise, a lot of people are really hyped for this pop. This is actually probably the most hyped pop out of the 5 that were announced for E3, considering that I don't think we've gotten Diablo pops since I think 2015, 2016, so it's been a good 4 or 5 years since we've last had a Diablo pop. The detail from what I'm looking at right now looks pretty good, actually. Not really knowing about Diablo all that much. The detail within the armor is really nice. I'm not sure about the whole character on whether, like, it doesn't have a face, which is why it's all black, or it's kind of like that effect where, like, you put a hood over your head and you can't see the face, so it's, like, completely dark. That could be why it looks like that, but overall, from what I'm looking at, the detail and everything looks pretty cool, honestly, and I can totally understand of why there's so much hype for this pop. Just because of the amount of hype that there is with this pop and the kind of detail that's involved, I'm going to say cop up for this pop. The next pop I'm going to talk about is from the Fortnite lineup, and is the purple variant of the Skull Trooper. Now, there's already previously been 2 variants of this, both of them with the normal, like, black and white attire, except one is glow-in-the-dark. That was Walmart exclusive, I'm pretty sure, and then there's the common that clearly wasn't a glow-in-the-dark. I honestly think that, in my opinion, like my own personal reaction, that I like this purple better than the white, just because, you know, this purple goes really nicely with the black, especially because you have white eyes going on with it, so kind of like mixing the 3 colors together, that's really cool. The hype for this, it's kind of a 50-50 because, you know, there's a lot of people who love the Fortnite pops because there are a lot of people who still play Fortnite, but then there's the people who don't like Fortnite because, you know, oh my god, they're overproducing the pops, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, for those that might not know, Fortnite is actually like one of Funko's top 10 selling licensors that they sell in merchandise. So it obviously makes sense that Funko would keep continuing to pump up Fortnite pops if it's a top 10 selling licensor. Now, the detail, it's basically the same thing as the kind of white version, or the 2 white versions. It's just it's purple and black, but I still think this looks way better than the normal variants, or I should say the 2 different variants that were previously before this. Now I gotta determine whether these are worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get, in which I feel like it depends on whether you're a Fortnite fan or not, but I think overall, people are gonna hate me for this, but cop up. The next pop I'm gonna talk about is from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim lineup, and it's Shigarath, I think it's pronounced, or it's also known as Shigarath with Wabbajack, which I think is kind of the staff that the character is holding. I've never played Skyrim before. I know people who have played Skyrim, but I personally have never played Skyrim, so I don't know any of the characters within this video game. I know a lot of fans are kind of on the same boat like the Diablo pop, where we haven't had Skyrim pops in a while, so it's kind of like, wow, we're finally getting Skyrim pops again. So the hype is cool with that. The detail with the attire, though, holy crap, this looks awesome. I kind of want to see this in person just to see whether if there's going to be any like paint mishaps or not with this pop, but overall, if they can pull off basically every single pop looking like the way that this glam shot does, this looks great in detail. The staff looks cool. In my personal reaction, I never played Skyrim, so obviously I don't think there's going to be a chance that I personally would get this pop. But, you know, determining whether it's worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get is kind of like personal reaction, hype, detail. So for this pop, I'm going to determine passing up the opportunity to get this pop. The next pop I'm going to talk about is from the Borderlands 3 lineup, and it is a gold chrome variant of Handsome Jack. When I first looked at this pop, I kind of think this kind of looks really cool, honestly. Just because it's not your normal, like, one color chrome pop. You got some sort of detail in which it's not just like one shade of gold. There's a couple shades of gold, and that it kind of looks more of a statue in pop form. Kind of like maybe like the patina Stan Lee, kind of like that effect where like it doesn't look like it's a chrome pop or like one color per se. But I can see where people's reactions are coming from, where it's like, wow, like you're only going to give us like a one color pop, like kind of deal. I'm usually on the boat when it comes to like one color pops myself in that kind of situation. So I know where a lot of the Funko fanatics opinions are coming from. A lot of people were also kind of like not hyped because there's been like I think one or two variants of Handsome Jack before, and a lot of people want more than just like the characters that they've already done. They want newer characters for Borderlands 3 or just the Borderlands lineup in general. However, to determine whether this is worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get, I'm going to pass up the opportunity to get this pop. So now we're going to look at the very last pop for the E3 convention, in which it is a 6-inch variant of, I think it's Lishan or Lishan from The Witcher. I feel like I'm not the only one when, especially if you don't know The Witcher, like myself, automatically when you look at this pop, if you're a fan of this show I'm about to talk about, that this pop looks like the Gargoyle King from the TV show Riverdale. Like, it's the exact same outfit. I'll put a photo of what the Gargoyle King looks like for those that might not know Riverdale or seen the series all that much, to give you an idea of what the Gargoyle King looks like. It basically looks exactly like that, in my opinion. It looks really cool, though, from what I'm looking at right now. I kind of like the little antlers going on. The skull that's hanging off the one branch. That's some pretty cool detail right there. It's got, you know, basically some roots as the fingers, and you know, it's basically, I think, supposed to be a tree if I'm not mistaken. This is some pretty cool looking detail on this pop, if you ask me. The hype for this pop, a lot of people want Witcher pops, but I think there are some people who like having the Lishan or Lishan pop by itself, but there's also some fans that are like, you know, I already have the moments that has, I think, Geralt and Lishan, so I don't need to get this pop. But then there are people who are like, man, I would like just Lishan by itself. Personally, I would honestly get this pop just so I can customize the box so it says Riverdale, and that I would switch the name to Gargoyle King. That's literally my only thing. The detail looks really nice, so that's a huge factor. But then there's like a mix hype, so kind of a 2-for-1 on kind of my decisioning. I'm going to say copping up the money for this pop. Anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button to let us know that you're enjoying the content that's being provided to you guys on this channel. Comment in the comment section below on what your favorite pop has been for this E3 convention. Did you like Lishan? Did you like Handsome Jack? Let us know in the comment section below. And like I said earlier, press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace out!